And so I want to share a story with you guys about two gentlemen that crushed it in business, did it the right way, got to a point in their life to where they faced a level of sudden change. They became terminally ill. And so they placed them in this facility to kind of pass away. And in this facility, every single day they had a common area, right? To where the guys would come out, have a big time. And two of the gentlemen, they got extremely cool. And so they asked one of the nurses, can you please put us in the same room? Nurse said, sure. Every day she brought them the same thing to eat, right? Same thing to drink. And the way their beds were set up in the room, one guy was to my right, your left, other guy to my left, your right. Now the guy to my left, his bed was by a window. And so every day when they would get done eating, his buddy would say to him, hey man, can you tell me, what do you see out that window? Right? We're about to pass away here. Like, I just need something, right? And his guy would lift himself up. He would look out of that window and he would say, man, I see a beautiful skyline. I see beautiful children, beautiful couples, beautiful flowers, right? People walking, holding hands, right? It's beautiful. His guy would say, thank you so much, man. That really helped me with my situation. And one day the nurse came into the room and the guy with the bed by the window had died, right? She's prepping him, and as she's taking him out, his buddy says, hey nurse, can you do me a favor? She said, sure, what is it? He said, whenever you put my guy wherever you got to put him, will you please come back and put my bed by the window? I want the opportunity to see what he used to tell me about that really helped me with my situation. And I'm about to pass away here soon. She said, sure. She came back a day or so later, brought him something to eat, something to drink, ate his food, drunk his water, got the strength, lifted himself up. He looked out of that same window and the only thing he saw was a big brick wall. He started yelling, screaming, hey nurse! Nurse comes running in, what is it? He said, you remember my guy, right? She said, of course. He said, he used to tell me about a beautiful skyline, right? Beautiful children, flowers, like it really helped me with my situation. Can we please get this big brick wall removed? And the nurse looked at him and she said to him, you didn't know, huh? He said, no ma'am, no what? She said, you really didn't know? He said, no ma'am, no what? She said, he was blind. She said, he couldn't have seen that even if he wanted to. She said, you didn't know every day he did that because he knew it brought you joy. Every day he did it because he knew it brought you peace. Every day he did it because he knew it brought you happiness. Here you had a blind guy that lifted himself up every single day, looked out of a window and painted a picture that he knew he couldn't see, but he knew it served as a blessing to another person and served as a level of happiness and joy to another person. And so I have to pose the question to you, why do you really do what you do and where is it taking you? Right? What's the GPS that's on the end of your decisions and your choices every single day? Have you just made this situation about you, or have you used this situation to become a better individual in several aspects and phases of your life? Right? The beauty of the situation was every single day that guy got up and he knew his condition, right? And he took his condition and he took his situation and he used it to be a blessing to somebody else, right? Like, I'm a firm believer in this, man. Like, in life, we don't burn out because of what we do. We burn out because life makes us forget why we do it. And so the question remains, right? Why do you do what you do and where does it take you? Most importantly, when it's all said and done, when the clock stops, when you come out of this situation, I firmly believe it's about two things. It's about who you become and it's about what you give. And every single day, you can become somebody better, but most importantly, you can give something greater to this situation and to this thing called life.
But when I was a kid, there was a swimming pool on the other side of the tracks in my neighborhood, right? Other side of the track, swimming pool. And I would walk past the swimming pool all the time. And the coolest thing in the world to me, not just what's in the world, the coolest thing was when I would see a father and he would grab a kid and he would throw him up and he would catch him. And they would laugh and they would smile, and I would always stand on the fence and I would say, man, I can't wait until one day I have my wife and my children and I could take them to a pool and I could throw them up and I could catch them and I could see them smile. And when the doctor looked at me and I said, physically, I said, I can't do some of the things that I wanted. I can't throw my kid up like I wanted to in the pool. Like some of the things I can't do. I said, but I could use this arm every day for the rest of my life by the way that I live my life, because I would never let a circumstance or a situation define my life. Adversity is adversity. And the reason I love adversity is because you don't judge a person's character by where they stand when everything is all good. Everybody can stand up and do good when everything is all good. Everybody can smile when it's sunshine. Everybody can do right when everything is going right. Everybody can do that. But everybody can't face opposition, adversity, and challenges and say, I've been waiting on you to come. I'm going to embrace you, and I'm going to figure out a way to use you because you would never turn me into a different person. You would never make me a person that people don't recognize before the adversity. You ever seen a person that faced something and you don't even recognize them? Like the thing I've learned about life, like everybody is in different businesses, per se. But at the end of the day, we're all in the people's business. And what I mean by that is every day we have a chance to impact somebody's life, right? And I firmly believe with the things we're part of and the things we do, we all have to have a purpose that's a lot greater than ourselves. So when we hit things that we don't understand and that brings us a certain level of discomfort and that hurts us and we just can't pull the grips on it, when we have to encounter things like that, we have to step back and we have to figure out, how can I use it? And a lot of times as people, like naturally people are selfish, right? And what I mean by that is they approach situations and they say, what can I extract from this situation and how can it benefit me? But the moment an individual shifts their perspective and shift their mentality and shift their attitude from me to we, that is the moment an individual becomes literally dangerous. Because now an individual is attached to purpose and mission. And when you have an individual that's attached to purpose and mission, it's not too many things that's gonna stop them. You see, my football career ended, but my reason for why I lived my life, it never did. I just had a paralyzed right arm and hand. My mentality wasn't paralyzed. My spirit wasn't paralyzed. My drive wasn't paralyzed. My dedication wasn't, my commitment wasn't, I was the same man. I just had an extra boost of energy for why I lived my life. I wear this as a badge of honor. Every single day, the adversity, the opposition that life sent to break me, I wear it as a badge of honor because I understand every day of my life, I represent something. It's just like every individual in this room, every company, every brand. When people see you, they think something. When we've all seen those people, we see them coming, we're like, oh, here come this crybaby. No, they're whining about something. And then we've all seen those people where we say, man, where you been, brother? I've been needing to see you, man. How can we be those type of people in our companies and our families and the things that we're connected to? How can we be those people that's a breath of fresh air, man? How can we be those people that live life with passion and compassion? How can we be those people when we ask people questions, we don't just listen with the intent to reply, but we actually listen with the intent to understand? How can we be those people that understand everybody that comes across our path, they come across our path for a reason. And so when we approach them, we listen, and we share a little bit of love, and we want to leave them a little bit different. Like, I'll never forget, I talked to the guy that I encountered the hit with that left my arm like this, and that changed my life. I'll never forget I talked to him.